Hi there, welcome Costa Mesa. Today I want to give you a brief recap of the market. I think it's really important for buyers and sellers to know what is going on, and let me tell you, this is an insane market. If you haven't been in the market for even 6 months, you're really going to be behind on what's going on. So first off, let me start. Over the last week and a half, there have been 15 homes that have closed escrow sold in Costa Mesa. Out of those 15 properties, 14 sold for asking price or above. Some of them sold for just a little bit above. Some of them sold for over $200,000 more than asking. So I think it's important to ask yourself, why are some homes selling for so much more? One thing you want to keep in mind is the demand factor. So there are certain price points where it's just going to be more competitive, and you're going to find more buyers looking, and with those buyers being so competitive, it does drive the prices up. You have to be super aware of what is going on, what your competition is, and take in mind like what that means to you as far as the bottom line. So for instance, any condo or townhome that is going to be entry level, we're talking 2 to 3 bedrooms, we're talking 650 to 800, maybe 900,000, depending on what area of town it is in. That's typically going to be a very hot buy. Lots of buyers. These buyers typically can't afford a single family house. It depends, but let's say they're first time buyers. This is typically their entry level, and entry level is over $500,000 now in Costa Mesa. So we're seeing those prices get driven up tremendously. We are also seeing single family entry level to mid-level houses. There's a lot of buyers who are trying to move up from their condo or townhouse. And since there's not a lot of inventory, this is just driving those prices up as well. A property that would have sold last year for around $1 million could easily go for $200,000 to $300,000, maybe even $400,000 more at the start of 2022. This appreciation is through the roof. So buyers, I want you to realize that it is extremely competitive. You should not be looking at the top of your price range. You should be looking below, and you should be leaving room to negotiate up. You're gonna have to pay more in almost every single circumstance. There was only one home that did sell for less. That home, I can't tell you what happened there. I looked at the listing. I think that maybe it had been priced a bit high to begin with and sat for a little while. Those things can happen, but it's such a fluke. I think the expectation is that most buyers are aware you're gonna see a home go on the market. It's gonna get a dozen or more offers most likely, and it's gonna go for way more. So get out there, have your bat ready to swing, and just swing big. Sellers, wow, what a market to be in. Honestly, you can ask a lot more for your home than you might think that you could, looking at what homes around you are selling for, simply due to the supply issue that we have. What does this mean? I know a lot of sellers are unsure where they're going to go, because if they look online and they see only a handful of options, and then they hear a person like me saying that you're going to have to outbid everybody, and it's going to be a crazy bidding war, it makes them nervous and hold back. But the fact is, as a seller, you do have a lot of advantages right now. You could potentially sell your home, and you could rent it back for a little bit so that you have time to find something else. You could be moving out of state and have some flexibility. There are different options, and I can certainly tailor it to what is your situation, but we would have to talk more about it, because there's a lot of different scenarios that exist that might make it appealing for you to consider selling now, if that is your ultimate game plan. I will say it is a beautiful thing to only have to show your home for maybe a weekend of open houses and then be done with it, rather than, a few years ago, you might have to sit on the market for a few months and do open houses and individual showings and keep cleaning, and try to say that 3 times fast. But honestly, very favorable factors, and sellers are getting to call a lot of the shots. They're not necessarily making repairs. They're just getting a lot more benefit. So again, I know the market is pretty nutty right now. It is very, very hot for renting as well. I have a rental right now nearby. We've received dozens of applications, nobody's even stepped inside yet. And people are overbidding on rentals too. So, we certainly have a housing supply issue. And so I think it's just important to have some sort of idea what you are up against. And the most important thing is to track, what are these homes selling for? You may not know right away. A lot of times that information is not released until the deal is final or very close to being final, just to make sure that everything does go through. But you do need to know what sort of offers you're competing with so that you can ultimately be a stronger buyer on the next home. So, if you'd like me to help you track that, I can certainly set that up. We can analyze it. We can come up with a plan to get you into a home or get you out of your home that's going to make sense for you. Costa Mesa, we're a great place, and honestly, people just want to be here. So I guess the good news is that if you own here and you live here, you're in a hot spot. But if you're looking to get in here, there's a reason why people are paying top dollar. So please message me for more insight on the market. We can fine tune your plan. I'm always here to help and ultimately get you into the home of your dreams, whether it's here or elsewhere.